was so awesome that we felt as if we needed to do kind of like a wrap up video, because if you guys missed it, you need to see some of the replay videos. You need to see the pictures from this thing because you really missed out. But the good news is you didn't completely miss out, because these events at the Brody continue on and on. There are more events that are happening besides Farmapalooza. So we're going to wrap up and kind of tell you what you missed out on so that for the future events, you're going to be there. So first I want to hear from Brody, who is right here. Brody.
Marco!
Polo!
There you go. That's it. It's called echolocation. You find the vibe, you find the sound, that's all the Bros Office is about, regardless of that.
I heard a story while I was there where someone was at another show, like some completely different place, and someone, probably you, I think it was you, yelled out Marco, and then somebody on the whole other side of the venue yells out Polo, and
Jeremiah. Jeremiah did. Yes, Jeremiah did. I shit you not. We were at Lamb of God. Was it Lamb of God? I think it was Lamb of God concert at the rave. I kid you not. I yelled it at one dead silence, and Jeremiah yelled, and he asked me 2 weeks later at Farmageddon last year, dude, did you yell Marco at Lamb of God? I'm like, I knew it was you. I knew it was him. Oh, yeah. It's echolocation. If you know, you know. And if you want to know, all you got to do is this show.
Oh, my goodness. That is so catchy. I like it. Okay. So this wasn't your first rodeo anymore. This is...
That's not my first rodeo.
Uh-huh. So what made this show like stand out from the other ones that you've done so far?
I saw more new faces in the crowd than before, and that's what's even better for me is other people's lives get busy. I get it. Other things are going on. So if you know what I got going on, you can't make it because obviously something's more important. I get it. I got a kid. I got, graduation. I got all that fun stuff going on at the same time. So whatever. But the fact that there are so many new faces, the new faces is what, I was told by my Kelly that was the biggest difference because there was something about it, that just changed. And I think that's what it was. It was the new faces.
And
especially
from my experience,
that's Ryan. And oh, by the way, I got to play on my own stage. There might have been something a little bit different about it, but yeah, my sound guy had to remind me. Okay, my guitar player had to remind me. I played the.
Hey, Ryan.
Oh yeah, I got the crew here. Jason's here too. Kelly and Panda. Oh yeah. Anyways, but yes, something happened. I don't know. I thank you greatly just because of what you did for the bands. You interviewed us all. You put us out there. You showed the world we're just people just having a good time. And we found people that make sense of something together. And that's what Bros Off is about. It's chasing the next wave. I'm not trying to chase a high. I'm just chasing the next, just ride it out.
And I'm going to give you a 5-star review right now about like 2 things that I noticed that were really extra special about your venue. The number one thing that like if I could give you 10 stars for, I would do it, but they like limit to like 5 stars most of the time. The touch lamps in the porta potty. Oh my goodness! When I walked into the porta potty and there was light at nighttime, I was like,
"You can thank Kelly. That's Kelly right here.
It's the little things.
Very important.
It's a woman. It takes a
you're
woman.
wonderful.
It takes a woman's touch for everything to be successful. All right.
I loved it so much. And then on Saturday, when you rolled out that big bucket of water for everybody, like my band was concerned about hydration. I was like, well, you know, it's like bring your own stuff. So it was kind of like you expected to just bring your own stuff and take care of yourself. But when you got there,
beer and water is on the house.
The necessities of life to take care of people were provided for you. I thought that was amazing.
For the bands. I'm being told. This is where I start thinking before I speak.
But the other thing is that was cool is you had some people there specifically that helped kind of document what was going on. So if you go to our hellisthebomb.com/farmapalooza page now.
Yeah, you got Sheebs and you got Diamond Dave. Oh yeah.
And Daniel videos with the recording everything. So like if you couldn't come to the festival, okay, so you missed out on the love and like the abundance and the wonderfulness of like the whole thing. But at least you could see like at least one song from each band, which unless you have a chicken at home with you is like a small, tiny piece.
You know how many girls held my cock this weekend?
That poor rooster did not know what it was in for. It got passed from girl to girl to girl to girl.
Listen to me, never when I opened his abruptly when I put him away already. But he walked out of the house. That fucker was up the back of my ass so quick. I'm like, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But even to behave, I would behave too if I was held that close to the boobs all fucking day. I'd be a nice guy. I'm just saying. Nothing said the wrong attitude. There is a rooster involved. Yeah, you have to post a picture now. You have to show it. Just edit in a picture right now where I'm talking. Boom.
Yeah.
You know, picture. Yeah.
So that was kind of unexpected. I didn't see that one coming. We didn't talk about that in the first interview, so that was kind of crazy. And when we're talking about animals, so your dogs were so chill with the whole situation. And I felt like I was in Peter Pan.
I got voted by my senior class in high school as Peter Pan. Never to grow up. You gotta be fucking kidding me, Heidi. You just brought that. I shit you not. That hat, it's in the yearbook. I am Peter Pan. I won't. I refuse to.
Your Peter Pan energy was just like, it was crazy. And hold on a second. Okay, so we need to do another testimonial because Izzy just tried to come in and I pressed the wrong button and I kicked her out instead. So, okay, Tom,
let's
you're over here in the video. Like, we need to hear from you. Okay? So, why do people need to go visit the Brody Zafa in the future? What was cool about Farmapalooza?
Honestly, I went there not knowing what to expect, and it was more than I ever could have expected. It was epic. It was a great time.
This woman does not have fun, and she had a blast.
I had a lot of fun.
Okay.
Definitely a good time.
Can we elaborate? Like, what was your favorite parts? Was it the food truck? Was it the big, huge fire? Was it the, like, bands that played?
The bands were great. I loved the bands, all of them. The hosts, Kelly and Brody, they were amazing. And yes, the porta potties, they light up and they were clean. The food truck
they were very clean. And I do have to say that someone stood up at the end of Saturday night at the campfire and said, "Men, I appreciate that you didn't pee all over everything in the porta potties. And I'm just going to say right now that I second that. I appreciate that. That was wonderful. You guys did a great job at aiming.
I have to retort. I want to retort.
Go ahead. Go ahead. What do we got?
The women's urinal, boys. Save the porta potties for the women. Piss outside. Find a dark fucking corner. If you got to go number 2, go to the porta potty. Don't waste the space on the rented beer that we pay for.
You know, I'm going to say this also. So I'm driving to the venue, and from one way, I guess you just completely miss it and you kind of like go by. And from my way, I'm like, I know that I'm coming up to it. And from a distance, I can see the tent, and I can see all the campers, and I can see the tents around it. But then when I pulled a turn in, I'm like, wait a minute. Was this the same spot? Like up front, like you couldn't tell anything was going on at all. And then you pull around to the back, like you did great with the signs in front, because otherwise I would have been like, oh shit, back up. Like, am I in the right spot? And I pull around to the back and everything just opens up and I could see everything up close that I was seeing from the distance. And I was like, this is the most sweetest place for live music ever.
Thank you. Thank you. I am on Google Maps. I am on Google Maps as a tourist attraction.
You did good with that. And you should be a tourist attraction. I mean, we got a weekend of camping and a weekend of super awesome local live music.
Yes. Not even local. Chicago, Florida. Florida. Let's not forget where you're from, honey. You're from here, but you came from Florida to fucking play my show. All right? You changed your vacation, your yearly vacation plan to make this show.
And not only that, but a year ahead of your show, I had to convince my band members that we could relearn all the songs and we could do this again. That was the hardest part, Brody.
Well,
it was totally worth it. It was totally worth it.
Thank you. Marco.
Polo.
Oh.